Hi, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your June 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. So this reading is for my Aquarius air signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. So this is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. Although sometimes these messages can get very specific, but what I do find is there's always a shared theme that just runs through the collective of all of you Aquarius signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do, as it really helps the channel out. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then of course you can get notified when the next videos are up. Okay, Aquarius, let's jump in. So what I'm feeling here straight away, Aquarius, is a sense of having to let something go. Something or somebody. Now for some of you this feels like this is related to a job that has come to a close. And for many of you, what I'm feeling is it's about an opportunity that you were hoping for or working towards. It may have been a promotion. And for whatever reason, that has fallen through. For some of you, this is a romantic connection, and it's the kind of connection that I feel happened really fast, but really intense. And then there is this sense of your person just taking a huge step back. And maybe even for some of you, kind of leaving your life and moving on. So there is this sense of kind of like having to let go of something, and this emptiness, this sadness, and having to let go of, the hopes and the dreams. Yeah, and with your overall energies, we have the moon, which often shows up when there is something going on where there is a lack of clarity. And for me, it feels like that lack of clarity is around understanding your situation. Sometimes it can indicate, things being hidden or a deception of some sort. It's also a card that invites you to really connect to your intuition at this time and allow that to be what guides you forwards and through, what helps you navigate your situation right now. There's always clarity after the moon though, so that's always important to remember that. And your current energies, we have the Tower. So this is change, sometimes sudden change. And the Tower often comes in when there is a need for breaking down of old structures. And that sometimes can be people, places, things. But very often it's about letting go of, old limiting beliefs that truly no longer serve you. And it is change, but the Tower is often a necessary change, because what I'm feeling about this situation is there is this sense of like almost having to let go of something. But it's also about trusting what's unfolding. And that's the challenge here a little bit, I feel. Trusting that what's unfolding is actually happening for you, you know, rather than against you. Like it's happening for your higher good. And followed by the Hanged Man, you know, this is the universe asking you to just take a pause for a moment and take a step back and perhaps see things from a different perspective. You know, this is the universe asking you to perhaps try to see this from a different perspective, a fresh new perspective, which is what I'm talking about here. And the challenge is the Hierophant. This is a card of tradition. It represents faith. So faith is often, for me, a superpower. You know, faith gets us through difficult times. And I feel the challenge here with whatever's going on for you is keeping that faith. And like I said, that, you know, trusting that what is happening, you know, there is a higher purpose to this. You just don't see what it is just yet. And, you know, the other part of this is about perhaps getting in touch, you know, with that inner wisdom, you know, that can help you to really kind of move forwards in this situation. So your feelings towards this, we have the King of Swords. And this is a card of using your intelligence to guide you forwards. But it's also about, you know, doing that from your heart as well. So I feel like this is about, you know, particularly in terms of career and job, this is about, you know, having all of the information moving forwards. And with your hidden influence, we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords comes in very often to cut through any illusions. And it's often a card that brings clarity. And sometimes that can be difficult to face, you know, cutting through illusions to get to the truth. Sometimes we don't want to see the truth. Now for some of you, this is also about speaking your truth and not being afraid to do that. Because in terms of this relationship, you know, what I really feel about this is not everybody is meant to stay. And for some of you, even though, you know, this was an intense connection, I do feel like this person has perhaps come into your life to show you what's possible. You know, for some of you, this might be, you know, one of the first connections after perhaps a string of disappointments. And this person comes in to show you what's possible, to show you that love is possible. But they weren't meant to stay. But it is to remember that every step you take is bringing you closer to what you really want. And it really is, you know, whether this is, you know, career or relationship, it's really about, you know, the soul lessons here are about trusting what's unfolding. And, you know, we can't always see where that's leading, you know, but it is leading to a better place for you. So the advice and guidance from the universe, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of management. It's also a card of balance, and it may be a time to just really reevaluate things, look at your priorities, you know, getting your priorities in place, making sure, you know, all areas of your life are balanced, and you know, it's a card of management. And with your potential outcome, we have the Magician. I like this as the outcome. So this is a message from the universe, just letting you know that you have everything you need moving forward, everything you need to manifest exactly what you want. So there is no lack, everything you need is inside of you. And it really is to just trust that all of this is unfolding for your highest and best. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. So if this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels right for you. So thanks so much for being here, and I wish you a great month ahead.